Hey guys, this is Dave with SpinnerX Studios and welcome to my channel. And this is part two of my Halloween comic book extravaganza. And part one, I started off showing one of our Halloween villages. And so I thought today I'd start off showing you one of our Halloween trees. Yeah, you heard it right. Trees, they're not only for Christmas. Decorated trees for Halloween have become fairly popular over the last 20 years or so. This tree actually, it's a small, skinny tree, as you can probably see, and actually it was. We've had it for a long time, a good 20 years probably, and it actually was a Christmas tree that we spray painted black. Nowadays, you could buy a black tree pretty easily for Halloween, but back then they were not quite as prevalent. But anyway, there are a few things of interest on this tree. The first is those big skull heads you see. They're actually lawn stakes. They're Halloween lawn stakes. They got stakes coming out of the bottom of them, and they're just kind of taped into the tree there using black electrician's tape, as I recall. And then also I've got a set of all orange bubble lights on the tree. And they're the kind of the old style vintage bubble lights. And then finally I've got some really cool blown glass ornaments on there. Frankenstein. I'll get some close-ups of the Universal Monsters. It's kind of a Universal Monster tree, I guess. And then at top, got a tree topper, and let me kind of zoom in here a little bit of a Frankenstein. There he is, with some crazy little figures around him. And then if you notice, we've got some ribbon that's also Frankenstein. But anyway, as you go down, there is a Universal Monster blown glass ornament. That's of course Dracula. There's Frankenstein. The Wolfman. And also got the Creature of the Black Lagoon. But anyway, got some some of that fake moss stuffed in there. That kind of hides the lawn stakes that I mentioned, and gives the tree a little bit more body. But yeah, so there you go. There's a Halloween tree. And let's go ahead and get to the comic books, shall we? All right, guys, let's take a look at some of the books on another side of the gold key rack here. And I'll kind of just scan down here. And then let me go in for a little bit tighter look here. And there they are. You can see a very much a very different assortment of books in the rack. And typically I have like 2 to 3 books per slot. So let me go ahead and pull these suckers off and we'll take a look at them. All right, guys, I have pulled the books from the rack and let's start going through them. We're going to start off with Archie Comics, number 124. Great aliens cover. I love these covers of Archie that feature either like monsters or aliens like you see here. Next up is Sensation Mystery Comics number 110. Kind of a spooky comic, and I think this was the first Sensation after the Wonder Woman run, I believe. And here is a, unfortunately, it's a facsimile, pardon me, of Weird Mysteries issue number 4. I cannot afford the original, but it's really great that they're making these reprints. so that us commoners, so to speak, can enjoy them. Okay, here we have Detective Comics 336. You know, you wouldn't think of Detective Comics Batman as being much in the way of Halloween, but I think this particular cover is fitting. A great cover of a witch there up against the moon, and looks like Batman has become a straw man there. Unexpected, number 123. Walt Disney, Donald Duck, number 26, Adele comic. Just great Halloween imagery there. I love, especially I love the little devil costume there. All right, guys, Tales of Terror, number 12, Eclipse Comics. I think Eclipse was doing this horror series back in the late 80s, but this great cover reminds me of The Werewolf of London. If you remember that movie, the werewolf looked very similar to that particular drawing. And here we have a goodie, Dead of Night, number 1 by Marvel. Another Marvel monster book, Where Creatures Roam, number 1. And the Tales of the Crypt reprint. And here we have Frankenstein Monster by Marvel Comics. This is issue 18. I think this was the last and final issue, as I recall. Witching Hour, number 1, Nick Cardy cover. This was from 1969, folks. Kind of a nice brooding cover there. Love the shadow work here. All right, another reprint of Dynamic Comics number 8. This, of course, is a very famous pre-code horror cover. Yet another cover that I cannot afford, so happy to have this reprint. Crime Suspense Stories. This is issue number 15, and obviously a reprint of that issue. Hunt of Fear number 10. Little Lulu. There is a few Little Lulu covers, Gold Key covers that got great Halloween imagery, and this is one of them. Here is Wendy the Good Witch. This is issue number 87, I believe. Okay, World's Finest number 139, yet another title that you wouldn't think would have much to do with Halloween, but here we have The Ghost of Batman. So I think this has good imagery for the Halloween season. Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. Fabulous shot of Huey, Dewey, and Louie in their costume there. And as I mentioned, here is another fabulous Marge's Little Lulu and Witch Hazel Trick and Treat cover. Just love these Halloween Little Lulu covers. This is, by the way, a big square bound, one of the Dell Giants. Werewolf by Night, number 13. This is a Plug cover. Weird Mystery, number 15. And here is Giant Size Chillers. This is issue number 3 from 75, and the cover is credited Ed Hannigan and Bernie Wrightson. So Bernie evidently did the inks on this cover. Too bad he didn't do the pencils. Nothing against Ed Hannigan, though. This is a great cover. Tomb of Dracula, number 1. And then finally, we'll end on a lighter note. This is Wendy the Good Witch, number 48. Fun little cover. Alrighty, guys, that does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll be doing more of them as we get further on into the Halloween season.